Okay, everybody. So I said I was going to leave this politics stuff alone, but I can't right now. It's just too much going on. I think what I'm going to do is probably start a second YouTube channel and do all my politics over there, because I think for the next couple of years, it's going to be a little heated in this political game right now, in this political arena, atmosphere, social atmosphere, and everything, because it's gotten a little bit out of hand. So anyway, this is James from the ImFreeProject. Remember to subscribe, share, and like this video. I appreciate all the new subscribers, and I want to thank you for joining the Free Agent Army. And I wish I had my computer, but my computer's jacked up, so I'm going straight off the phone with these commentaries. Now, I do want to give a shout out to my sister Candace Owens. Miss Candace Owens, I want to thank you so much for tweeting out my tweet yesterday. If you have not seen it, I will try to either attach it to the end of this or maybe do a split somewhere in here. So just hang on for that. But I sent out a tweet with my little video with regards to the BLEXIT and that entire movement, and she retweeted it, and I really appreciate that. But it's not just about retweeting the tweet, but it's the what I was saying behind it. And that as a husband and a father, and one of the things I want to impart to my kids is to teach them how to be independent, not depending on the government, not depending on anyone, but using these two bare hands and the power of God to get them from point A to point B, and whatever the will of God is for their life. And so as long as they walk that out, you know what, I'm happy. So they don't have to be a millionaire, but as long as they're doing what God has called them to do. Now, with that being said, I have to question whether or not your girl, Miss Stacey Abrams over there in Georgia, is doing what she's supposed to do, walking in the call of God. I guess so. If she wants to say that, then that's fine. But I tell you what, instead of depending on God, she sure is depending on the celebrity friends to come and help her with this door-to-door knocking on and getting some votes out there. So what am I talking about? So as you know, if you've heard, she has called on, well, I'm not going to say she, because leave it to Oprah. Oprah has allowed herself, or even put herself into the mix in the Georgia governor's race. So what has happened is that, according to Oprah, she reached out she was asking around who has Stacey's phone number. So she reached around and she was talking to, I guess, the people that she work around, and someone had it. She got the number. She called. She said she called Stacey. Stacey said she had to pull over on the side of the road because it's Oprah. And that reminds me of a song. Actually, I want to remix the song. And it's a song by Atlantic Starr. Y'all remember that song, When Love Calls? But I think we should rename that When Oprah Calls. When Oprah calls, you better answer. You better answer. 'Cause it might be a big mistake if you decide to decline the call. I had to go there. But anyway, so yeah, so apparently what she did was lend herself to Stacey Abrams' campaign. So apparently she's done something at, I think it was at an HBCU. She had a rally, and supposedly she was going knocking door to door and getting some quote unquote raw footage of people who are being surprised by Oprah knocking on the door and impressing upon them to vote for the historic event of Miss Stacey Abrams becoming possibly Georgia's next governor. Now, with that being said, I'm like, come on. See, these Democrats, they are pulling out every stop. And so my thing is that what's offensive to me is that you would rather call on some celebrity friends like Obama did with the Beyonce and Jay-Z and all the other Hollywood ilk who came in alongside him and really pushed him to the forefront. And oh yeah, wait a minute. Oprah came and pushed Barack Obama as well. Stacey might win. I hate to say it, but hey, Oprah has clout. She has a little power, and when she say jump, people say how high. And again, when Oprah calls, you better answer. And so my thing is that so Stacey has pulled out all the big guns. So she has Oprah on her side now, and even Will. What's that? It's a Caucasian actor. Will. I can't think of his name right now. But big time actor Will Ferrell supposedly supposed to be doing some door knocking as well. So I'm just trying to figure out now. I guess they look at African Americans to be some dumb people. To say, okay, if I can't get you to read and determine what the true needs are in your community, And so I guess maybe what I need to do is pull out a little star power because, you know, black folks love entertainment. Boy, we love our stars. We love Oprah. Oprah is the queen. Everybody loves Oprah. So what do? So we pull on Oprah and have Oprah to do our door knocking for us. So now, black people, we're smarter than that. Don't fall for the okie doke. So what? Oprah wants to see this first black woman governor in Georgia. Who cares? So what? Read up on the candidate. See what she's done. See what she's doing to help your community. Because when you look at it, and she's all about open borders and socialism, what is she doing to help the African-American community as a whole? Because when you think of open borders, it's going to affect you. It is going to affect you big time. So you better keep that in mind when you go to the polls on November 6th. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. So come on, y'all, we're smart in that. Don't fall for the okie doke on that. Come on. Really? That's what you're going to do? You're going to pull out the big guns. You're going to pull out the entertainment stars, the Walk of Fames and all that kind of stuff. You don't need all of that to win the race. If you got to do all that, then you know what? I really don't know what you're running on. What is she running on? Really? The left uses racism as a platform to push their agenda and to get people into office. But what are they? It looks like I'm gonna have to do a little bit more reading on you as well. But what I do know based on what I've seen you say out of your mouth. So you talk about the race stuff. That's what you keep talking about. Y'all talking about voter registration and having to have IDs and voter frauds and all these kinds of things. But you're not. I don't think you have a real platform. That's interesting. Anyway, so this is James from ImFreeProject. Remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. Get your eyes off of people, man, government, all that kind of stuff, and keep your eyes focused on God. Remember, because when you give your life over to him, he gives you a new life, and he starts you fresh and new, and all this other stuff just becomes a show. It becomes a mock and a show because he runs it all, and he's always in control. All right, this is James. Y'all take care. Holla.